And Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah Ba'Shem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles, the elders, salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching in truth and in sincerity. This lesson will be entitled, You Are Not a Prophet, at Hassan Campbell. Lord will you are edified. And that's an incorrect statement. It wasn't Lot's people. The men that approached Lot were actually sodomites. But this is what happens when you mix the scriptures along with the Quran. You become confused. Isaiah 34 and verse 16. Seek you out of the book of the Lord Yahweh, referring to the Holy Scriptures, and read literal. No one of these shall fail, going into the prophecies of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, located only inside of the Holy Scriptures. None shall want her mate, meaning the Bible is the only book we need. For my mouth it has commanded, and his spirit it has gathered them. We find the mindset of Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai inside of the Holy Scriptures. Second Peter 2 and 6. And turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them an ensample or example unto those that after shall live ungodly. Verse 7. And delivered just Lot. The reason why Lot was just, or Salakia, the reason why Lot was classified as just is because he was righteous. He was a man of Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, and therefore he kept the laws, statutes, and the commandments to the best of his ability. Vexed, meaning what? He was oppressed, afflicted in the spirit, because what he saw from day to day while being a resident in Sodom. Vexed with the filthy conversation. Conversation is going into their mannerisms of life, their lifestyle, which included what? Same-sex unions, bestiality, worshiping other gods of the wicked, and therefore they were classified as the wicked. Why? Because they were heathens, and at the same time frame, they worshiped other gods. And their actions / behaviors were extremely wicked. They had nothing to do with the will of Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai. We see the separation in 2 Peter 2 and 7, just Lot, compared to what? The wicked. Genesis 19 and 1. And there came 2 angels to Sodom at even, and Lot sat in the gate of Sodom. And Lot, seeing them, rose up to meet them, and he bowed himself with his face toward the ground. In the spirit, Lot knew these were angels. Verse 2. And he said, Behold now, my lords, turn in, I pray you, into your servant's house, and tarry all night, and wash your feet, and you shall rise up early and go on your ways. And they said, Nay, but we will abide in the street all night. And he pressed on them greatly, and they turned in unto him and entered into his house. And he made them a feast, and did bake unleavened bread, and they did eat. Verse 4. But before they lay down, the men of the city, even the men of Sodom, these inhabitants of Sodom, Sodomites, compassed the house round, meaning what? They surrounded the house, both old and young, all the people from every quarter. And they called unto Lot and said unto him, Where are the men which came in to you this night? Bring them out unto us, that we may know them. Meaning what? They wanted to have sex with Lot's guests, who were angels. And Lot went out at the door unto them, and shut the door after him, and said, I pray you, brethren, do not so wickedly. Behold, now I have 2 daughters which have not known man, meaning they were virgins. Let me, I pray you, bring them out unto you, and do you to them as is good in your eyes. Only unto these men do nothing, for therefore came they under the shadow of my roof, going into the protection of Lot's house. And they said, Stand back. And they said again, This one fellow came in to sojourn, and he will needs be a judge. Now we will deal worse with you than with them. And they pressed sore on the man, even Lot, and came near to break the door. So, as we can see, these men that wanted to have sex with the angels were inhabitants of Sodom and not Lot's people. At this time frame, Lot only had 2 daughters. Those were his people, okay? And he had his wife. These men that approached Lot's house were Sodomites at Hassan, Campbell. Leave the prophesying to the prophets. Shalom.